Hey guys, Carton97 again, this time with a review of the 1/144th scale high-grade Universal Century Stark Jegan from the Gundam Unicorn OVA series. And it's immediately evident by the color scheme that we're dealing with an extremely badass mobile suit here. When you compare him to the normal Jegan, you'll see that the colors are a lot more subdued, a lot more serious, and of course also more realistic. So yeah, the green, instead of being kind of fluorescent mint green, we have a more subdued green, a light green for almost the entire mobile suit. Then we have some darker moss green on the feet here and also on his collar. Then gray for the weapons, accessories, attachments, joints, and you know the thing. Also, the entire backpack is gray. We have some yellow here, then red on the crotch, and for the missiles, that might be the only thing that's a little bit less militaristic, but other than that, this is essentially, you know, the color of a real-life military machine. And of course, to wrap it up, we have the clear visor with some really neat eye detail underneath. Well, the eye detail is not part of the clear plastic, but it's molded in the normal plastic. So, we don't get any stickers either. Well, we don't get any normal stickers, so no sticker for the crotch here like we got with the normal Jegan. But in all seriousness, that was also the only sticker that was for use with the Jegan, and it didn't look exactly that great anyway, so what the hey, they didn't include it, no big deal. What we do get, fortunately, are a lot of marking stickers. There we go, a lot of numbers. 2 Londo bells, well, 2 small Londo bells, 2 big Londo bells, and 2 big Federation symbols, 2 small Federation symbols, 2 small Earth Federation Space Forces, and 2 big Earth Federation Space Forces. So you have a lot of places to put markings on. And let's see, so here we have the numbers, bigger Federation symbol, e.f.s.f. We turn around. Oh yeah, here's one for the Londo Bell. So more Londo Bell, more Londo Bell. So feel free to put stickers wherever you want them. So you do get a lot of them. And actually, if you are a bit if you use the stickers kind of sparingly, you can actually use them with other kits too, because you get so many of them. Now let's get on to the articulation of this guy. The head goes up about that far, but it would have gone further if it wasn't for this backpack. So backwards that far, forwards about that far, or no, it's not coming out that easy. And it's of course on a ball joint, so side to side will also rotate around all the way, but it is very tight. So wait, actually it's not going to go all the way because of course that backpack gets in the way again. Turn it back, come on. There we go. And of course we also get the chicken movement, arms usual articulation, bit forwards, bit backwards, turns around all the way, goes up. Once again, quite a tight joint. Nicely like so. Goes back. Oh man, I'm not generally afraid of breaking that. Come on, there we go. Rotates around, bends at the elbow at unfortunately only one joint, but that does seem to be a thing with the Gundam Unicorn kits. So it seems to be a bit more than 90 degrees, so not too bad. And hands are of course on ball joints, will wiggle around, turn around, and do everything a ball joint does. And oh yeah, this giant shoulder pod doesn't actually hinder the maneuverability in any way whatsoever. You just have to be a little bit careful when turning it around, but other than that, no problem whatsoever. We also have a waist joint, so you can pull it out a little bit. It goes forwards, backwards, and since on a ball joint, we'll also wiggle around side to side. And once again, do everything a ball joint does. Then front skirts were molded together, but as always, can be separated. Go out that far. Then the legs go out about that far, which is pretty nice. And something we didn't get with the normal Jegan we get a back skirt. So legs only go backwards about that far because of the back skirt. So ironically, because of the upgrades, it actually is somewhat less maneuverable. And the legs go out about that far. Put the camera back. Side skirts go out significantly more than is required. And then we also have a little swivel joint here to give the legs a little bit more maneuverability, and also a hole for an action base. Put that back down. The legs are double jointed and go about that far. And this time the extra armor once again hinders the articulation a little bit. When we put like the same pose, as you can see, a little bit less, but that is almost no difference at all, so no biggie. Then we get, the legs themselves are ball joints, so they also turn around a little bit. And the feet go forwards all the way like that, backwards about that far, so they are on a hinge around there, and then once again on a ball joint in the normal foot. Side to side, a little bit like so, and rotate around. Yeah, when you force it, I think you could get him to turn around all the way, but I'm not gonna risk that. Let's put him back here, and now we're going on to the main meat of the Stark Jegan, the accessories. So let's start with arming this guy. We get these ones that go on the lower arms, and when you look at the connections, this will also take a normal Jegan shield, or the shield of the Gym 2 or the Gym 3. So it just slides in there. I will warn you, it goes in there pretty easily, but getting it out is quite a major pain in the ass. And this also means that these accessories will also go on other Jegans. Then we get to the shoulder pods, and these, well, they will not go on the normal Jegan, but they will fit on the e.f.s.f Jegan, because those shoulders are in fact the same. Put this on here, and then we put on that giant. And oh yeah, we get two holes, so these pods are actually the same. You just put them in a different hole. So click that in there. And there we go. And then when we compare it to the equivalent of the Gym 3, it's quite a significant change. Yeah, which mobile suit would have more firepower? And then finally we get to the leg, and this will actually fit on both the e.f.s.f Jegan and the normal Jegan. And it's not just these accessories that are interchangeable. You can also swap out the backpack, so you can, if you're a fan of a Jegan, you can make your own little custom Jegan. Or what I like to do is put all of these accessories on the e.f.s.f Jegan, then give him the Gym Sniper's sniper rifle, and then you have a high-powered sniper mobile suit in the time of Gundam Unicorn and Char's counterattack. They really need one there. So he's now all suited up, and what we need now are some handheld weapons. And we're starting off with the Beam Saber. Unfortunately, only get one, but I think that technically he should have more, because when you look at the anime, it kind of slides out one of these compartments, so it's quite probable. These are probably like multi things. You can store whatever you want in there as long as it's the right size. So if we look at this, he could have up to 4 beam sabers, which is pretty damn good for a Jegan. Goes in the hand without any problems whatsoever. And just like the other Jegans, we get special beams for this. We have one long one and one that's a little bit shorter. And unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, these are a different size from the normal beams. So yeah, you can't use any beam you want from the other 1/144 scales, but Fortunately, they are the exact same size as the master grade beams. So you can either use the short one, the long one, or an extremely long master grade beam. And here's a spare one from my Equaz Jegan, and goes in there perfectly. It's not going to fall out. And let's pull this back out, and now we're going for the extremely long one. Like I said, this is a perfect fit. And it doesn't look that bad. Because hey, the real grids did it, so why couldn't the Stark Jegan do it? Next we have the bazooka, used but unfortunately not the great effect. The bazooka, however, is pretty damn nice. We have a little scope here, and some ammo here. Unfortunately, we can't really remove the ammo pack because, yeah, you can kind of pull this off, but you're gonna get pegs there. So a little bit unfortunate that we don't have the ability to remove the ammo, but we do get a moving handle and a very good peg for pegging it into the hand. So you put it in there. As you can see, just with the peg, it's not gonna fall out. The handle is a little bit on the weak side, but yeah, since it's a bazooka, and since you're probably gonna put it like this, there's no point in having it up like this when it's not resting against the shoulder. So that's not really an issue at all. And we'll put that in there. Remove this hand. And of course, one problem you will notice is putting it in the normal position, whoops, is going to be quite difficult with those giant missile launchers, which we're also used to less than desirable results. So yeah, like this, it does look a bit awkward, but fortunately, what you can do is do the under the arm. Come on, there we go. Put that back in there, and this kit pulls it off wonderfully. That's how it should be. And yeah, this is also how we held it in the anime, so a really good job they did there. Then we also get the beam rifle. Originally this also had a peg, but I removed it for a very important reason. Because we don't get any other hands other than a trigger finger hand. But what you can do is use this left holding hand, and then put the beam rifle in there, and now we can dual wield these weapons. Of course, it looks a little bit off that his trigger finger isn't on the trigger, but there we go. Now we can actually hold both of his weapons. Unfortunately, the beam rifle doesn't have a movable handle, but yeah, it would have been nice if it did. But let's face it, if you get the bazooka and you're only going to use the right hand, you're probably not going to use the beam rifle. So, oh yeah, talking about articulation, I think I forgot to point out the articulation of the backpack. So, this goes up and down, and this goes up and down as well. It goes a tiny... No, that's not... That's just a bit looseness of the polycaps. So yeah, that's for the backpack. And now we're now getting to the final, well, actual accessory. You get a spare head. Which is really nifty because you can actually make the normal Jegan head. You just have to remove his front head and then the clear blue visor, and then you have a normal Jegan head. So that's a really cool feature that they actually have you choose. The only real difference is that this one has a face mask, this one has, yeah, this is just the normal standard Jegan head. Then you also get a few extra junk pieces, but they're all unusable, nothing interesting. And I wouldn't know which one to include with this kit because once I built this guy a long time ago, it just went in the box with all the other junk pieces. So yeah. And now, the inevitable question is, do you want to buy this? Well, since stark is German for strong, allow me to put it like this. Natürlich müssen Sie diesen Mobile Suit kaufen. Bist du blöd? So yeah, essentially, I would recommend buying this guy. 2000 yen, it's a little bit of a hefty price, but then again, this is an extremely awesome mobile suit. It looks great, and it really didn't steal his name. So when you compare him to the normal Jegan, you can immediately see this is quite a souped-up mobile suit. But it's really quite massive. The backpack is great. There's giant shoulder-mounted missiles. You get the weapons. It's really fantastic. And also, simply customization options. Do you want these on your mobile suit? Do you want the missile launchers? Or if you have other Jegans, you can mix and match a little bit because, like I said, you can also remove the backpacks. Or you know what? I'll get the e.f.s.f Jegan. And now just imagine all these accessories on the e.f.s.f Jegan and add the sniper rifle. That's really sweet. So yeah, for 2000 yen, when you consider that the normal Jegan is 1500 yen, you're getting a lot more. Really a lot more. So the extra 500 yen is definitely worth it. If you're going to buy a Jegan, the Start Jegan is without a doubt the Jegan to go. The e.f.s.f Jegan is also nice, but not quite as nice as the bulk of the Stark Jegan. And since I've been talking about bulk, let's compare him to another very bulky mobile suit, the Zaku 3. And as you can see, you might not really be able to top him in size or in weaponry, but bulkiness? Yeah, I think he's a fair competitor. Not quite as bulky as the Zaku 3, but really quite close, especially when you consider the base mobile suit. Now, another comparison with, just to show how really big he is, here is a standard size mobile suit with just standard equipment, and you can see it's quite a difference for just a bit extra. And finally we have the Delta Plus, also from Unicorn OVA, and that's all for this review. Definitely buy it. Great accessories, really nice articulation, and I can only nitpick about a few things about his mobile suit. One would be that he only has a single elbow joint, but like I said, that's something all Unicorn kits seem to have. And then we get into really nitpicky stuff like the beam rifle that doesn't have a movable handle, you don't get a left trigger finger hand, but other than that, there's really nothing I can complain about. Oh, maybe that, yeah, we didn't get a crappy sticker for his crotch, but like I said, we're really getting into nitpicky stuff right now. Overall, fantastic model, really one of my favorites, and of course I totally recommend you buying it, especially if you love grunt type mobile suits. I've said it in the beginning, this is a badass mobile suit. We saw it during the OVA. This is definitely one of the best grunts out there. No question about it. So, now that's really all for this review, and see you guys next time.